So that is the yellow one. What is the horizontal sectioning called as? Transverse. Okay, transverse or axial plane. This is how we define, because these questions will be there for anatomy. Because I cannot sure short say this will be there, because anything from this can be asked. The weightage is very less, so you will have to go through everything. There's no other go. But you don't have to, what we say, memorize, because these diagrams will be there also in your ICD-10 CM or CPT books. You can find it. Okay, but I want you to be prepared. Okay, so this is there. Now, this is very important, quadrants, because again, when we come, the pain is in the upper quadrant. So what are the organs in the upper quadrant? Right upper quadrant, left upper quadrant, what is in the lower quadrant? That also defines. So you will be able to understand which organ is affected. If you understand the quadrants, you know which organ is situated there and where is the exact tumor or exact disease or condition. So quadrants are important. So right upper quadrant is, just divide it into 4. So in the abdomen, we have 4 quadrants. Which are those? Right upper quadrant, left upper quadrant, right lower and left lower. Then we have, this is again important, regions. Okay, what is epigastric region? What is umbilical region? These you need to understand. Okay, inguinal. Inguinal hernia you would have heard. Where is inguinal region? You need to know. Okay, because those are the diseases or conditions. Then you have transpyloric, you have hypogastric, you have epigastric, you have hypogastric. Then you have lateral lines. Okay, left lateral lines. These are important, the regions. All right. Next, main important, body cavities. You should know what lies in each cavity, which organ comprises of each body cavity. Okay, so what are the basic body cavities that we have is cranial, thoracic, abdominal, pelvic, and spinal. You can see cranial. Okay, so what will be the organ for that? Brain. Yes, very important one. Brain, then only the, which one? Brain, then one more important that we'll be discussing on. Yes, yes, pituitary. It comes in the endocrine system, pituitary gland. Okay, those both the functioning and structure you must be knowing. So we'll be learning that. In the cranial cavity, these are the two things, brain and pituitary gland. Next we have thoracic. Thoracic is which region? Yes. So in the thoracic region, what are the organs? Lungs, heart, very important too. So these two comprises of what system? Respiratory system, circulatory system, very important. Okay. Then we have esophagus, trachea, bronchial tube. We have one gland over there. Yes. Thymus. Thymus we have. Yes, we have. Then we have the aorta. Okay, all those artery, large artery. Then what we have? Within the thoracic, we have something called, can you see here? This is also, this entire thing is thoracic. What is this? Yes, that is important. What's pleural cavity? We usually perform synthesis and all, pleural cavity from there. You mostly, the synthesis will be performed in cavities. So what is that pleural region? Pleural cavity is? Yes, yes. The space between pleura. Okay, that it is related to lung. Then we have mediastinum. Can you see? Mediastinum. What is mediastinum? It is the area between two lungs. Between the two lungs is mediastinum. Okay. Next we have, where is our heart situated? It is in the cavity. Heart is in the cavity. Pericardial is the space between two lungs. Okay, again, that is also correct. Then, where do we say heart is situated? Yes, this is mediastinum region. Okay. So we have, then what do we have is diaphragm. Diaphragm is when we breathe. Yes, it is the lower lying muscle. Okay, diaphragm. Next, coming to the abdominal cavity. This is the biggest cavity here. What is there in the abdominal cavity? We have digestive system, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and all those. Okay, liver, gallbladder, we have pancreas, all those. Then we have peritoneum. Okay, it's not mentioned in the diagram. What is peritoneum? Yes, it is abdominal cavity. Around this abdominal cavity, the lining is known as peritoneum. Okay. Then retroperitoneal. Again, this you will be seeing in the medical records. Retroperitoneal area. What is retroperitoneal area? Yes, back to the abdominal cavity is known as retroperitoneal area. Okay. Then you have the last one here. It is pelvic cavity. What comprises there? What are the organs? Genitourinary systems. So what are they? Bladder. Then we have urethra, ureter, vagina, uterus. Okay, uterus. All these are very important functioning that you will be learning soon. Then we have the longest cavity. What we call it as spinal area. Okay, spinal region. What are the things over there? Vertebrae, nerves. Okay. So these are this is located in which direction, which side? Yes, posterior or dorsal. Okay. So that's done. Then what do we have? Okay. I'm just asking something like, what is the lumbar region known as? Where is lumbar region? Which cavity? Can anyone just? Yes. Lumbar is situated in which area of the spine? Lumbar is? Yes. Vertebral lower portion of the vertebra. Okay. So again, when it comes to skeletal system, we'll be discussing on how many, cervical, how many thoracic, how many, lumbar spines. Okay, related vertebrae we'll be discussing there. Next, coming to, okay. So we already know the basic cell structure. This we have been learning from our school times. Yeah. So what are those? The basic structure of living organism is cell. From cell, multiple cells combined together, tissue. From tissue, organs. From organs, organ systems. From organ systems, yeah. Yeah, the complete human body. So that's how it is. So I don't have to again say the same thing. Okay. So it is all the chemical functions together. It forms a cell. The cell, tissue. From tissue, you have tissue membranes on that. Then tissue membrane, tissue together, it forms organs. From organ, you have system, body system. Together, it is a whole body. Okay. So what are the four types of tissue? What are the four types of tissue that we have is basically we divide into connective tissue, epithelial tissue, muscle tissue, nervous tissue. Okay. Example of connective tissue? Okay. Any other options? What is blood? Yes. What is blood? That is all. Supply of nutrients to all the body parts. Yes, that's also part of connective tissue. Okay. Then we have epithelial, muscle, and nervous tissue. Now, four major types of tissue that perform specific function. What is epithelial tissue? It's already written there. Okay, it's just, you have to keep it in mind, it's lining. It's the coverage. Okay, so it's lines the external body surface and internal surface of digestive and respiratory tracts, blood vessels, ducts. It makes up sense organs. Okay, so glandular epithelium makes up the secretion. Okay, that is also functioning, secreting portion of glands. Then epithelial tissue, I have given few diagrams for you to understand. Okay, you can just go through. Don't expect too much in deep questions will be asked like MBBS or something. Okay, it will be very mild questions that you will be asked for on this anatomy physiology. Okay. Then connective tissue is, yeah, bone to bone, muscle to bone. Those are connective tissues. So as you told, cartilage, bone, vascular tissue. This is why I told vascular tissue is what? Okay. Then we have cartilage. What is cartilage? Yeah. Then what's ligament? Okay. Yes. So it is dense. Okay. And the cartilage is bit dense. It is a connective tissue, but a dense connective tissue. Cell type is chondrocyte. So this is a condition. You can see chondromalacia. Okay. I'm just relating something related to ICD-10-CM. I'll also show you some of the codes. Okay, in the coming slides, I'll be showing you. Then you have articular joints, coastal end of ribs. All these areas you can find. Okay. Bone. What is it? Bone is very solid, very firm. Okay. Specialized connective tissue. And there are two types. What are they? Compact and cancellous. Okay. Which is little bit spongy. So this again, osteocyte, osteoblast, osteoclast. These osteo, whenever it comes, you should have it in mind. It is related to bones. Okay, all those conditions will be there. So what is it comprised of? Bone is calcium and phosphate. Okay, calcium phosphate within the given body strength. Okay, so that's why we say weakening of bone, low calcium leads to a condition is low bone density. Those are again medical conditions. Okay. Dentin. What is dentin? Yes. Yes. Okay. Connective tissue that forms teeth. Then closely related to bone but harder. Okay. So enamel covers crown of the teeth. In ICD, these questions mostly will not be having much of dental questions. We have another book that we utilize for live coding for dental condition, that is CDT. Okay, CDT is separate code set that we are utilizing in Qatar for dental coding conditions. Okay, so that we don't cover CDT in what we say CPC. We don't have that book, but we do have some of the conditions and some of the areas, some of the codes will be available in CPT as well. Okay, related to teeth. Now, CDT in UA we use. and in Qatar, because GCC is the one who is following completely for inpatient, regardless of inpatient or outpatient, we only have CPT, CDT, all these conditions. CDT we don't have. CPC, don't bother about CDT codes. Okay. The codes which is available in the CPT regarding the dental might be there, but not much. Okay. So you don't have to bother. I'll not be touching or discussing what is not in the CPC. Okay. These are for live when you code it. Okay. And CDT is not, you don't have much of a guidelines or something that you will have to go through. It is easily accessible and codable. Okay. Then you have blood. So it is liquid tissue circulating through the body. And what is it? Carries oxygen, nutrients. Everyone knows all these story. So you can just go through. Fine. Provides protection through white blood cells. What is white blood cells known as? WBCs? Leukocytes. Then another important functioning is temperature regulation. Okay. Hemostasis, sorry, homeostasis. Yeah, right? Yeah, hemostasis. So then we have lymph. What's lymph? Lymph is composed of water, protein, fats, and salt. What is its function? Okay, through the circulatory system. Okay, you also have blood, you also have lymph tissue. Then lymphatic vessel carry the lymph. Cell type, lymphocytes, granulocytes. Again, the cells in the, the blood, the RBC, WBC, I'll be discussing. Okay, so that's why I'm just running through these. So you can see the diagram, lymph. Where is the lymph? The yellow ones are denoted by lymphatic capillary, you can see. Okay. Capillaries you already know, right? These are small branches of vessels. Okay. Then what do we have is muscle. Muscle is, we have again muscle divided into skeletal, smooth, cardiac muscles. Then it is highly specialized for what? Muscle tissue. What is the functioning of muscle tissue? Movement. Yeah, contract, expand, movement, voluntary, involuntary movements. Okay. So these are the diagrams where you can refer what is cardiac muscle cell. Okay, how it looks like. Okay, you would have learned elongated cells or tissue, or those are known as skeletal muscle. All these you would have learned in, the classes. Your normal school time, you would have learned all these. Then we have smooth muscle cell, how it looks like. The shapes of muscles are represented. So smooth muscle is, as I told, there are two movements of muscle. One is voluntary, another one is involuntary. So smooth muscle, involuntary movements. Where are these found? Yes, because you already know, like involuntary is without your control. So respiration, when it is happening, you are not controlling it. It is just happening. So where are it situated? Respiratory, urinary, all those, it is automatically functioning. Okay. So those areas. Then we have skeletal muscle. So where is skeletal muscle are? Voluntary movements. Where are those situated? Limbs. Yes, limbs are lower extremities. Then we have all the bones and tendons. So what we are doing, we are picking. Voluntarily we are picking. We are moving it. Okay. We are able to have a control on those. Then cardiac. Cardiac again is, what is the movement? What is that function? It is involuntary. It keeps beating. Okay. Then nervous. What's nervous? Nerves. Yeah. So highly organized tissue. It spreads throughout the body, supplying blood. Yes, yes, stimuli, impulses, signals. Okay, it signals throughout the body for all the functions. Then, yeah, makes up brain, spinal cord, and nerves. Okay, neurons. Now it comes again. What is neuron? Yes, just yes. Okay. So what is that actually? It gives the stimuli, or what we say, impulse. Okay, the signals. It gives the signal. It is the point of providing signal. So neurons generate and send. Okay, generate and send impulses from one part of the body to another. So this is the master behind the nerves, neurons. Then we have glial cells. Glial cells are bind neurons together. Those neurons are bind together with this glial cells. Okay. So this is the structure of neuron. So nervous tissue. This is the nervous tissue, how it looks like. We have the dendrite. We have, this is nucleus. Okay. Nucleus, we have neuron here. So this is the passing. Such nervous tissue will be next to each other. How is the signal passed? The same structure will be another structure. Where it ends is axon terminals. Again another neuron or the nerve tissue starts again from there. So it keeps moving. The signal keeps moving. Okay. This is how it is arranged throughout the nerves. Function to send electrical impulses throughout the body, controlling and coordinating movement and activities. You just have to know in anatomy, what is the structure, how it looks like. That may be a question. Then what are the basic, master minds behind each function? Like for say nerves, it is neuron. For kidney, it is nephron. Yes. Then what else? For heart, cardiac, what we have? In this one, the master is what? In kidney, for nephron, glomerular filters, all those. Okay. There are some particular terms which will be repeated question. And in heart, it is what triggers?
Arteries.
Yes. Yes, from
Arteries, veins,
yes, arteries, veins are there, but what triggers?
capillaries. Triggers means